Good morning class, this is Chitrani Nigam. In this module, we will talk about chapter 2nd of civics, that is institution of democracy. Before starting the chapter, let's talk about the heading of this chapter, that is democracy. Democracy is a form of government that allows people to choose their rulers. In a democracy, only leaders elected by people should rule the country, and people have the freedom to express. In this chapter, you will learn about universal adult franchise, how election help people to choose their own representatives, what is the role of the election commission in conducting free and fair elections. So let's start with the first heading of the chapter, that is universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means that every adult in the country has the right to vote. No person can be denied voting rights on the ground of caste, creed, religion, gender, etc. In democratic country like India, every adult, irrespective of their religion, class, caste or education, is free to vote. This is known as universal adult franchise. It ensures that all people are treated equally. Under it, people have equal right to choose their representatives. Now students, let's talk about importance of universal adult franchise. Universal suffrage shows political equality. It encourages young people to participate in the voting process. It initiates people in the act of choosing their representatives. It brings to power a government based on consent of the people. Our next subtitle of the chapter is elections. In a democracy, the supreme power rests with the people. They have the choice of deciding either directly or indirectly who can be their representatives. This is done through the process of election. An election is a contest between candidates of different political parties for the same position. In such a process, some would win and some would lose. Today, the elections are a contest between different political parties. The party which gets maximum number of votes form a government. Casting votes. Earlier, people used to cast their votes by putting a stamp on the ballot paper. Today, the process has been simplified with the introduction of the electronic voting machine, which we call EVM. The EVM shows the names of the candidates and the symbol of the party to which they belong. Independent candidates also have their own symbols allotted by the Election Commission. The voters are only required to press the button against the name of the candidate of their choice. After the voting process is over, the ballot boxes or the EVM are sealed and kept in safe custody. On a particular day fixed by the Election Commission, they are opened. The votes for each candidate are then counted. The candidate getting the maximum vote in each constituency is declared elected. The party whose maximum candidates are elected become the ruling party. Now let's discuss about the importance of elections. Elections are the mean of expression of the public will. By electing candidates of their choice, people participate in the governance of their country. Elections held at regular intervals give the people a choice to allow the present government to rule for a longer time or to elect a new government altogether. A free and fair election offers real choices to the people. Our next subtitle is political parties. A political parties comprises of a group of people who share similar views on the political issues of the country. A political party wants to gain power through democratic means. In the election that are held at the country or state level, these parties bring in their candidates to contest the elections. The political parties can be national or regional in nature. If a party is recognized in 4 or more states, it is called a national party. For example, the Indian National Congress and the Bharatiya Janata Party are national parties. Each political party has a party symbol approved by the Election Commission. For example, hand is the symbol of Congress Party and lotus is the symbol of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Importance of political parties. Political parties provide choices to the people for selecting their representatives. Political parties help in shaping public opinion through public meetings, posters, speeches, etc. They unite and integrate different sections of the society as they draw members from all sections. As the opposition party, they criticize the policies of the government, forcing the government to work for the welfare of the people. Coalition government. The political party that gets the maximum number of votes in an election is known as the majority party. It becomes the ruling party. The other elected members of the house are called the oppositions. Generally, the party with a majority of votes form the government, but there are also situations when no party gets a clear-cut majority. In such a situation, the government is formed by an alliance of 2 or more political parties. Such a government is known as coalition government. In a coalition government, decisions regarding the state or the country cannot be taken by any individual party. All the parties of the coalition have to be consulted before arriving at a decision. Students, let's take a quick recap of this. The basic feature of democracy are reflected through institutions like universal adult franchise, elections, political parties and coalition government. Universal adult franchise give equal voting rights to all adults of the country and is a symbol of equality. Elections help people in voting for and electing a representative of their choice. A fair and free election is the requirement of every democracy. Elections are held at regular intervals in which various political parties take part. Political parties offer a choice of candidate to the people. Political parties that wins majority form the government. When no political party win a clear-cut majority, then 2 or more parties join hands to form a coalition.